in on Tuesday at 16 stone 6.5 pounds, which is minus £2. So I'm sort of back on track now, over the gain, I think, sort of. Yeah, so very happy with that. Feeling good, back at my exercise classes, and yeah, back to being exhausted when I finish work, to be honest. I still haven't gone and got my blood test done, which is something I really mean to keep doing, but anyway. So last week I was in Coventry visiting my grandparents. Now I'm back on the Isle of Wight. We were on the motorway and I was just like peckish in the car. I think journeys are one of the times you just snack. And we went to a petrol station and I saw these by Grays and I just thought, surely they can't be that bad. I didn't have my phone with me, it was in the car. So I looked at the calories, 90 calories and 141, and I thought, you know what, they can't be that bad. If nothing else, I'll do the 20 calorie rule. Anyway, this one is Herbie Bread Basket, which works out at 4.5 sins, and it's basically like croutons, little mini type French stick things, but they're all really crispy like croutons. And then, what was it called? There's oregano rice crackers. I think they were just my all-time favourite thing. Garlic croutons and mini basil breadsticks. So yeah, that was really good, which, considering it's the same sins for like a packet of crisps really that you'd probably have on Slimming World, I thought they were just really tasty. 18 grams, pretty much the same as a packet of crisps again, and just a lot nicer and crunchier. Like, you really got that crispy feel and that bready feel that I've been missing, so I think that's definitely worth a try. They're not the cheapest, so I don't know if you can buy them in bulk a bit cheaper. Obviously buy one, see if you like it first, but yeah, I thought they were really good. And this is the chocolate pretzel dippers, which works out at 7 sins, so you get I think it was like 10 breadstick pretzel sticks. Is it 10 or 8? I can't really remember. And then you get a pot of dipping sauce. Obviously this is just the packaging, but it's just to show you this was how much chocolate you got as a sauce to like dip into it, and it was plenty for the amount of sticks, so I just ended up finishing off the chocolate as well. But yeah, I just thought they were really quite nice little snacks for if you're travelling or something. Yeah, when we were at my grandparents' house, I wanted a cup of tea or coffee, and they didn't have sweetener, and I just thought, oh, why don't I just carry around sweetener in my bag? Which, you know, at work I've always got sweetener, at my parents I've got sweetener, at home I've got sweetener. So what I did was, on the boat, I'll be honest, sorry Red Funnel, but I stole a load of these. So I just keep some of these in my handbag now. So basically, if you're in Costa or like a cafe where they're not really watching you, like, you know, where they have like the sugar station away from the bar, I just really recommend helping yourself, really. I thought they were quite good. Little trick there. I fancied some biscuits this morning, and I didn't really fancy porridge because it was my day off, so I often do a cooked breakfast on my day off. And I didn't want cereal bars for my healthy extra B either, so what I did was make these little oat biscuits. Pretty much just some syrup or sweetener, your porridge allowance. I did 2 days worth, so I made 12 biscuits instead of 6. But they're actually really quite nice. I guess you could add some raisins in if you wanted to send some raisins. But yeah, it was, so I did 70 grams of oats, 2 eggs, and some syrup or some sweetener, whatever you want to chuck into it. I guess you could do chocolate chips or something if you want to sin it. But yeah, 6 biscuits for your healthy extras, not too bad really, or just a sin of biscuit. I think that's what porridge works out at anyway. Don't know, thought might be worth mentioning to you guys. I've been ordering all sorts of bits and pieces, not that I've got the money to, but I just wanted to jazz up some meals really. So I had these recommended by the Protein Works, which are 0 syrups. I've got butterscotch and chocolate fudge flavour. I'll be honest, I bought 2 of the chocolate fudge because I was like, yeah, I'll really like it. and I got the bigger bottles rather than the smaller ones, and I actually am not that keen. Yes, in porridge it's great just to put a drizzle over and jazz it up, but I don't like it on fruit, and I've not tried it with much else. But I guess it's something I could put into something like baked oats, or like those biscuits or something like that. But yeah, I'm just not too sure on it. It's not as thick as I thought it would be. It's not like ice cream sauce thick, but it's thicker than the other one I'm about to show you. And it's just overly sweet, I think, like everything that's sweeteners. But it's worth a try. I mean, if anyone wants to buy my bottle off me, I will happily post it, because it is something I'll use, like I say, in porridge and things, but it's not what I expected. Both of these, well, all the flavours, they've got cherry and maple syrup and all sorts, sin at half a sin for 4 tablespoons. Yes, not teaspoons, tablespoons. It's zero everything. There's almost nothing in it. 1.1 grams of fibre per 100 grams. But otherwise, it's literally zero everything except salt, which is 0.53 grams. Yeah, so nothing in them. So it's not going to hurt, but just not sold. And then the other one I picked up, which I've been waiting a bit longer for, I bought it online, is Walden Farms Near Zero chocolate flavoured syrup, which I would say is more like a sauce. I don't know how to really show you the pouring factor of these. I wonder if I just pop it into... So the syrups from Protein Works, I definitely prefer the bottles of, and the like squeezy bottle. You can see it is like a syrup, but it does run quite quickly. Like, yes, you can do a pre-pack on a plate, but it does move about pretty quickly. I definitely prefer the butterscotch to the chocolate fudge. I think it's just because I thought, oh, chocolate fudge, that's going to be so much nicer than just chocolate, and I was really disappointed with it. But yeah, the Walden Farms one I will also show you. I'm going to do it into this little dish because I do not appreciate the way it pours. I need to buy some more little squeezy bottle things that you can transfer stuff into. I've got one for work, like this big, and I just pour it into that, and then I can squeeze a little bit out into my porridge. But it's very runny. I've just poured the tiniest bit out there, and it's quite watery. It tastes like a really cheap hot chocolate. That's how I would describe it. I've not tried it in anything else because that one only came this morning, but both of those are things I'm gonna try and experiment with. I did use that on Instagram on porridge, and I will try this for something. I'm not sure what, but I will try and find ways to improve my opinion on them, because I know that I will find ways to use them. But the second one was half a sin for 3 tablespoons. So you get more for your sinnage with the syrups by Protein Works, but there's not a lot in it. I guess they just have to sin it to stop you drinking bottles of it at a time, I suppose. Yeah, my delivery came from Skinny Bakery today, so I filmed a little clip of that earlier, but I will pop that on for you in a moment. How are you all doing? Like I say, I've lost £2 this week, so that brings my total loss to 5 stone 6, or 6.5, 6, 5 stone 6. So £1 next week, and I'll be at 5.5. Yes, please. I'm off to Fit Steps tonight. Then I've got one more day at work, and then a weekend. Well, no, 6 days off. So I'm going to really try and get myself some fitness sessions in. And I keep promising myself to go and maybe try like a HIIT class or something that's a little bit harder, harder really. Like Zumba's difficult at times, like not difficult, it gets me going, it's cardio, but I can't do press ups and stuff, you know, and I should be able to do that. So yeah, on the plus side, this jumper I probably bought, I don't know, this end of last year, start of this year, and it felt like it was just riding up all the time, and I was like, oh, it's just one of those Primark tops that's just a really bad quality. No, it just didn't fit. Now it fits, and I really, really like it, so I'm glad I kept it. I bought it in grey as well. I wish I'd got the green one, I just love it now. It's like my new favourite thing. It's a shame it's the summer because, yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about this week, but as I said, let me know how you're doing. I hope it's all going really well for you. I'm loving hearing how well you're doing. It is really useful to get an Instagram account if you haven't already. Just, you know, hashtag Slimming World, or just type in Slimming World, and you'll find loads of people with some really good ideas that you'd never thought of. I saw one girl this morning, she liked one of my posts, so I looked on her page, and she put up a picture of breakfast, and I'm not kidding, it was like a giant waffle, literally like a plate-sized waffle, which she'd obviously done in a waffle machine at home, and she put some strawberries on and a little bit of sauce, and she called it 1 sin, and I was like, huh? How has she got that for 1 sin? And then I read some comments, and what she'd done was mix 1 egg and her 35 grams of porridge and put it into a waffle machine, and it made a waffle. Like, what? So what I have got is I've got like a little cupcake machine. I might try and do that instead. I don't know if it would work the same, basically because I can't afford a waffle machine, but I will definitely be trying that because I thought it was a really, really good idea. I've been buying lately the bird's eye waffles. I don't know if I mentioned before. No, I wouldn't have. I have put it on Instagram a couple of times. They are pretty much like, well, yeah, just waffles you would get on a dessert. But they are 4 sins each. Brightness on my phone probably won't let you see this too well. Can you see that? Yeah, they're 4 sins each, so twice now I've saved up my sins pretty much and used like 2 waffles and some either Nutella or like a Mars bar or something, and pretty much used all my sins on some pudding. So if I can find an alternative like that for my breakfast, that'll be wonderful. Yeah, good luck, stay strong, keep going, and do some body magic because it does work. Yeah. Apologies, by the way, about the natural look going on. Good morning. So today I'm off work and it's been really good because I've had 2 deliveries which I was waiting to vlog about, and they're here. So I'll talk about the other ones later, but most exciting is this bad boy from the Skinny Bakery, which is basically really low calorie sugary treats, so I'm going to unbox that for you. So here, guys, got my little bit of paper that says all the sins and stuff for them, and I've just got to get into the box. I'm too excited. They're basically all really low calories, but the sins that you'll read up on are for the entire pot of whatever you're tucking into. Oh, it already looks so cute. So it says, the Skinny Bakery, don't forget to keep your cakes in the fridge. We hope you enjoy them, the Skinny Baker. We'd love to hear from you, blah, 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 blah. So, okay. So what I have done is the sin values for each one within the packet, work them out just in case I want like one of that and one of that, just to sort of try a few at a time. So the cookies, they're 1.9 technically, so two sins each. The gingerbread men, 1.83, so it's just less than 2 cents each. But to be honest, I think that'd be easier just to say 5.5 for the whole pack. Beetroot pearls, 1.5 cents each. Sweet potato brownies, 2 cents each. Coconut bites, 2 cents each. Flapjacks, 2 cents each. Chocolate pearls, 2.5 cents each. And the meringue bites are 1.5 cents each. So that's my little maths session. Just because I've been waiting for them and I really want to try them, I've picked out the coconut one and the chocolate pearl just to try. So that's 4.5 cents worth, and I thought you might want to see what I think of them. So I'm just going to do like a little bite of each. I'm going to try and savour them really because they're quite expensive. I like it because I like coconut, but it doesn't taste sweet enough for what I would want 2 cents to taste like, or nutty enough for what I would want 2 cents to taste like, if that makes any sense. As you can see, they're really quite small. Okay, that's perfect. That feels like if you were going to a birthday party and you knew they were going to have cake, you might take a packet of them and sin that as your cake. That is like a really yummy, really good cake. I'm going to look at the ingredients and see how I might be able to recreate something like that at home. But really, with my baking skills, it would be a miracle if it was successful.
I don't want to walk away from it. I think what's made me realise is...
I love these. I love these.